This is the CHRILLCAST. I'm Chris.
I'm Will.
And I am A Talking Sock from the YouTube channel A Talking Sock.
Seems pretty accurate description.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I think so.
So we've only what I was gonna say there. We've got only one guest since I can't even talk today, guys. Last week we had 6 people. This week we got the sock. All right, we got the best sock on the entire YouTube. So why don't I let the sock tell everybody about his channel?
Sure. Yeah, so what don't I do? Obviously, I guess if you couldn't tell by looking at me, I do puppet stuff. Sort of eclectically. I've done animated puppet tributes for channels like Oni Plays and FU Game Crew as well. I do a couple like skits, like based on Nintendo characters or songs. Sometimes it's just like nothing, like memes. But on top of that, I'm also trying to do more scripted JonTron Scott the Woz-esque sort of focused topic gaming videos, which is sort of what I wanted to do starting out. So yeah, that's what I do.
And the first video I saw of your channel, FYI, was the I Hate That Guy video.
Yeah, that's another one that sort of blew up.
I'm pretty sure that was the first one that I saw. It might not have been, but I'm pretty sure that was it. It was one of the first ones that I saw for sure. And the fact that you have F-Zero GX in any of your thumbnails is a definite win in my book. All right. So today, what is Will today? What is today, Will?
It is a Wild Card Wednesday. It's another conversation with the CHRILLCAST.
And what do we do on Conversations with the CHRILLCAST, Will?
We invite on a really awesome guest that we've been following for a while here on YouTube. And we basically ask them about themselves and about their YouTube channel and how they get started and things like that.
And it's not every day you get to interview a talking sock. So, Will, why don't you ask that first question?
This is a first for me. All right, so first question. What inspired you to create your YouTube channel?
What inspired me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess, I don't know. You know what it was? Because of this whole situation going around in the globe, the quote-unquote pandemic, I suppose, I was in community college. I was in an advanced acting class, and we were supposed to do one-man shows, but it all sort of went awry, and we ended up having to film our one-man shows for our final grade. And so I sort of did a video. It was a little ambitious for multiple characters, and some of them were puppets, like myself, on camera right now. And after that, and seeing how, like, sort of simple, quote-unquote simple, how accessible editing could be, I figured to myself, you know what? Why not make the YouTube channel? And that's how I get started.
And I've been very impressed with the growth you've seen on your channel. Clearly, people really wanted the talking sock to be on YouTube based on all of the videos you put out and just how much of a good reception you've gotten. I mean, you've got a video here that's got 60 likes and 0 dislikes. So clearly people like what you're doing. So how would you describe your relationship with YouTube and social media?
Well, ever since I was like in probably middle school, I sort of watched YouTubers like JonTron and AVGN, or what were some other ones? Shoot, you always have like a list of YouTubers you like, and then you just like forget them when you're on the thing. Either way, JonTron is the big one. If most of the people I've ever seen interviewed about the YouTube channels, they'll say, "Oh yeah, he was a big inspiration." I can't lie to myself. He definitely was. Social media, I'm not savvy at all. Social media.
So, besides the Twitter, what else have you used?
I've used Instagram, but again, it's sort of something that can't really get into.
Yeah, I can imagine it'd be hard to type with no hands.
Hey, I've got hands. I've got pinky.
Oh yeah, true.
Did you ever watch Homestar Runner back in the day?
I did, actually.
How do you type with boxing gloves on your hands? Anyway, that was what I was thinking of when Will said it's hard to type. They always go back to Strong Bad. How do you type with boxing gloves on your hands? All right, let's see here. Will, you got that next question?
Yeah. So what's your favorite type of content to produce?
My favorite kind of content to produce is the most rewarding is definitely the puppet stuff. Like, it's a lot of editing goes into it, a lot of filming, a lot of trial and error, but the end products have been really well received, and that's always very encouraging. And it sets me out. It's a craft that's underrepresented on YouTube. But my personal favorite is probably the gaming stuff. I recently did a video called Top 10 Times Nintendo Tried to Make a Robot series.
Mhm.
And I think that one is probably my favorite one I've done so far.
I saw a there it is. I was gonna say I just saw this thumbnail the other day, and I thought about watching it, but I didn't have time at the time to open it up. We'll put it up on in the background, and I'll have a link to it below if you guys want to watch this video he's referencing right now. I see Fingy made an appearance in this one.
Oh yeah, Pinky's kind of like a confidant. It's sort of like JonTron would talk to his pet bird Jacques or his pet robot. I don't know what that whole thing was, but yeah, it's easy. When I write scripts, I have a hard time just sort of talking to the camera the whole time. I kind of need someone to bounce off of.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I totally get that. If I didn't have Will, my goodness, can you imagine how
it's
this
much
show would have
easier to talk
started?
back and forth to real people.
Would you imagine how this show would have started tonight with my current brain fog going on? We would have just failed right out the gate. So is producing the content as a SOC difficult? I know we've already discussed that uploading and typing is not difficult, but what troubles have you had as a SOC on YouTube?
Well, it's not. I don't think that the issue is being a sock so much as it is being busy. I don't think you'd realize by looking at me, but I've jumped between multiple odd jobs just trying to make ends meet. I was on unemployment for a while. I've delivered pizzas, worked at gift shops, done kids parties, like mascot sort of things. I don't know if that market exists outside of Southern California, but that's another thing. Doing all that while also trying to, constantly make content, or at least consistently make content for YouTube, it's been difficult, but rewarding, like I said.
And clearly, when you hit 5,000 subscribers, in how many months have you been doing YouTube now?
Yeah, I've been doing YouTube actually only since June.
Yeah,
so,
that's fast.
Yeah, it's actually insanely fast. I thought your channel was older than that.
Now,
So what's your favorite odd job outside of YouTube?
There you
go. My favorite odd job. It's sort of stressful, but I do really enjoy the kids parties.
Okay.
If at the right age, they can be a great audience. At the wrong age, they're completely insufferable. But they love it.
Do you do it as the sock?
Not always. I've only ever me, the sock, a talking sock, has only ever gone to like one or two kids parties. They mostly like Spider-Man, Darth Vader, Sans Undertale. Weirdly enough, I've also scheduled to do a Minecraft Creeper one at the end of the month. So
Interesting.
I'm sure if your channel keeps blowing up, people are going to ask for the talking sock if they realize who you are.
Yeah, you're gonna have to charge a premium for that, though.
Yeah, for sure. Now, as far as that goes, I'm assuming the sock will never have a face reveal, correct?
Never say never. I mean, this is my face, sock.
Fair enough.
Arlo, that's my face.
Yeah.
But the puppeteer, I think the role of puppeteer, just in general, is a highly underrated and underappreciated service, as it were, craft. I don't think that the magic would be or should be ruined if you see the puppeteer's face, and it's something that I think has sort of ruined the Muppets, but that's a topic for a video in the in the future.
Fair enough. And we'll eventually find out that Craig is the puppeteer, and it's really been 343 pulling the strings and dissing Nintendo in the background. No, I'm just kidding. So here's the next question. Oh no, it's Will. Will's got the next question.
What are some things that you've learned since starting your channel?
Some things that I've learned. Well, I learned that not including tags on your videos weirdly helps them get better reach.
Really?
I don't know how it's gonna last or why or what it is, but all my best performing videos have not had tags in them.
Huh. I would not have known that. I mean, we have like I literally fill the entire tagline every time I put a video out.
Oh yeah, when I do like a video on a particular topic, like Smash Brothers or what have you, I fill all 500 characters with tags. But every like little couple second clip with like whatever, I didn't put tags in those, and they've done really well. I don't know if it's the no tags or the length, but YouTube's favoring something here.
Yeah, the algorithm recently decided that 30-second videos were important to everybody and started flooding the feeds with 30-second or less videos. I only know this because one of our friends who does Halo YouTube for the most part did a bunch of 30-second clips and got like tens of thousands of views when he was normally getting between 1,000 to 5,000 views.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
really well.
magnitude higher. And I'm not going to name drop, so in case, I don't want to give away his secret, but that was definitely something that helped his channel, and it was like out of nowhere he got like 2,000 more subs. So
Wow.
that may be helping your channel, having some of the short clips and some of the long clips, because I know if I see a 30-second clip when I'm scrolling through the feed and it looks interesting, I'm probably more likely to click that than a 20-minute video that looks interesting if I'm not necessarily trying to watch YouTube for 2 hours at a time. So
My analytics definitely agree with you.
fair enough. Let's see. What is the most rewarding part for you as a content creating sock?
It's the most rewarding part is, like I said, definitely the positive response. It's making something and seeing like a bunch of likes, a lot of views, very supportive comment section. Weirdly enough, like YouTube and the internet in general is very they've got a stigmatism, a stigma, whatever the proper word is there, vocabulary. And seeing a lot of positive reception, people saying that they really love your stuff, or like, where have you been all my life, instantly subbed, stuff like that really helps. It really gets me going. Most rewarding part for sure.
Yeah, you can see that.
I do have a question in regards to that. Does anybody ever say like you're doing similar things to Arlo?
Yes.
Yes. Did you know who Arlo was before you started your channel?
I knew who Arlo was before he blew up.
Oh, okay.
I really like Arlo. Because but I don't know if this is like the hot scoop or anything, or if people don't know. But Arlo, the guy behind the channel, his puppet, he does the cute little I'm a monster from Sesame Street thing. But like, no, he's a puppet. We all know he's a puppet. But his puppet was made by the impeccable Adam Krutinger, who is a more well-known puppet crafter on YouTube and probably other spaces too.
How do you spell that?
And yeah, long before Arlo's channel, I think he still has it up. He has a little video that's like, puppet I made, putting on eBay, blue gamer puppet. And I was like, oh, no kidding. I thought they might have been the same person for a while, but no. Or at least, I don't know if they're related or not, but yeah. Arlo's great.
There he is.
We've been very inspired by him.
Yeah, he's cool.
Here it is. Blue Monster eBay puppet, Gamer Arlo. Yep. That is awesome. I would not. Wow. Now, did you like?
It was actually like Arlo went to PAX East or some other convention. That voice isn't like the puppeteer's actual voice.
Really?
He puts that on for the Arlo character.
Oh, okay. So he disguises his voice as Arlo, essentially.
Yeah. Well, disguises, quote unquote. It's not like people Henson talk. They're like, "Hey, you don't sound like Kermit." But,
oh, you know what I meant, though, right?
I don't disguise my voice at all.
Well, to be fair, if you don't already have like a quote unquote channel outside of your puppeteering channel, your talking sock channel, there's not really a point to disguise your voice if you don't need to.
Yeah,
I guess not. That is, I don't think that Adam Krutinger is Arlo. I think it's some other guy. I don't know if they're related or not.
But that is hilarious that he has the blue
Interesting.
gamer puppet video. I didn't even know that. That's a good little tidbit that
Yeah.
now I know.
Mhm.
Let's see here. Oh, Will, you got the next question.
Oh yeah. So, what do you like to do in your downtime other than attending kids' birthday parties and parties as different superheroes?
Yeah, that's not my spare time. That's
Oh,
yeah.
sure.
But in my downtime, I like playing video games. Clearly, I also like reading, mostly plays. I'm a big theater buff.
Hmm.
I don't watch TV like at all, but I'll occasionally put on a movie or something. If I feel I can be enriched by it, or I just need some background noise. So,
So what kind of scripts, what kind of plays do you like? What's your favorite writer?
ooh, that's a tough one. Oh, that's a really tough one. I like plays of all sorts. I was really big into musical theater for a while, but I've sort of fell out of favor of it. I don't feel like a lot of modern musicals have really, appealed to my taste, but that's a different topic entirely. Uh, shoot. Terrence McNally's a good one. He passed away recently. Rest in peace, Terrence McNally. Uh, who else? Who else? Well, Shakespeare, I think, is obvious.
Mhm.
Aristophanes, classic Greek playwright,
Yeah.
is also pretty good, well decorated.
You said Aristophanes?
Aristophanes,
I got it.
Aristophanes.
There he is in the flesh. No,
In the marble.
stone, in the
Yeah,
marble, whichever
exactly.
it is.
What a legend. But yeah, that's they've influenced my taste in entertainment, definitely. But as for my channel itself, I don't know, probably not a lot.
If the sock gets into Broadway, then that would be very interesting.
We get Socrates.
I love it. I'd actually, if I had more time to prep, I was gonna bring my mitten that I was gonna start the Mean Mitten channel with, but I didn't get there yet. I don't know if Will knows about that. I was joking about making a Mean Mitten video that was going to be the arch nemesis of the talking sock, and I just never
No,
got
but
around to
that
it.
sounds like actually a great idea. We need to do this. Make this happen.
Anyway, so you mentioned some of your favorite playwrights. Now, what about your favorite plays in general?
Hmm.
Hmm.
From Aristophanes, I really like The Frogs. That's his play that I really like. Uh, musicals, I like. What are some? Shoot, it's so hard to. I like the concept album of Frank Wildhorn's Jekyll and Hyde. I like. Gosh, this is. Yeah, I see what you mean about the interviews trailing off.
I definitely said that. Definitely did not spell this right because I can't find it. Okay,
That's fine.
let's see. No, so you're not a big Les Mis guy, huh?
Not particularly. It's fine. It's good, but I didn't really like it as much as everyone else. Phantom of the Opera, though, I think is an actual work of genius.
Yeah, I completely
Andrew
agree.
Lever's
I think
best.
Les Mis is trash, but Phantom of the Opera is amazing, especially when you attend it.
Yeah, absolutely.
See, but I thought Les Mis live is really good, and the musical scores are pretty well made, but it is kind of a depressing overall
I don't know.
arc to
They
it.
sing like every line in that one.
Anything live just feels better.
Oh yeah, that's
Like it's easier to reach out and affect an audience with atmosphere, with feelings, with anything when it's done live.
yeah.
Like,
But
I
seeing the
really-
chandelier fall and like the fog from the sewers come onto this like into the audience, oh my gosh, it's amazing.
I really enjoyed King and I. That's one of my favorite ones I saw
pretty
live.
good,
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a classic Rodgers and Hammerstein play.
I don't know why somebody disliked your Ice Timer video, but I added another like to it. All right, let's see here.
Timers.
What are some of your favorite game series or favorite actually both questions? What's your favorite game series and what's your favorite consoles? And you don't have to pick just one. You can give me a couple if you want.
Okay, well, my favorite consoles are probably like the PS2, the GameCube, the Game Boy Advance, the Wii. The PlayStation 1 also has a really kickin' library. But as for like game series, I like, well, fans of my channel know I like Custom Robo a lot. I actually, ba-da-da.
I see we got Fingy helping out with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's very helpful. Thank you, Pingy. But yeah, I like Custom Robo. It's not a series yet, but I like ARMS on the Nintendo Switch a lot. Classic Paper Mario, Ape Escape, Sly Cooper, Rampage, War of the Monsters. I could go on. I could go on for ages.
So, why Custom Robo though?
Why Custom Robo?
I enjoy it. I would not have thought to put it in a top 10.
Yeah, that's understandable. It it's mostly nostalgia. I recently, I put it on screen. I've been playing through it again. It's not as when you've got time. It's not, when you're an adult with responsibilities. It's not designed, super helpful that way. There's a lot of text boxes. But I like robot characters. I like arena fighters. And I thought it was great that all of the mainline games have single player content despite being multiplayer games. That's another reason, Super Smash Brothers is also one of my favorite game series. And Brawl was a very similar thing. It's great to play with friends, but when you're alone, do the Subspace Emissary, which a lot of people also take issue with for being super long, but it's whatever.
It is quite long. I went to play that. Like I didn't even have Brawl when it came out. I was one of those late to the party on Brawl because I was too into Melee for the longest time. And by into Melee, I mean I played it. I didn't play it a lot, but I played it.
Mm-hmm.
But this Deep Spin, whatever the heck, Emissary is amazing. It's a really awesome single player game mode.
Absolutely. For those cutscenes alone, I think that sells the experience.
Yeah, even if you don't like the floaty controls of Brawl, that experience is worth having that game.
Yeah.
Let me see here. And then you said PS1 was a great console. Did you say the GameCube and the PS2, or did you say something else? I can't remember.
I did. I said the GameCube and the PS2 as well.
So you don't like current gen consoles as much?
Not really. I love the Switch, but the Xbox and PlayStation, I feel, ever since the 3 and 360, have really lacked an identity. Like they don't have a lot of personality. They're just sort of PCs but lesser.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can see that.
Until we get to the PS5 and aesthetically, that thing is just like either you love it or hate it.
Yeah. Well, it's a modem.
They don't have the funds to really, do the PS5. Plus, it's going to go on sale in like 2 years. So
Exactly. I'm
not going to buy it. No. I saw one in the wild though. It is a sight to behold.
Oh yeah, Chris actually saw one first of all, and then Den passed up on it. I'm pretty surprised, honestly.
I almost bought it, but I would have brought it home.
I feel like Chris did buy it and just doesn't want to admit to it. So he's gonna like suddenly have one in like March.
Nope. Nope. But I saw one in the wild. Got offered to buy it. There's like 2 there, and somebody had bought the first one within seconds of them breaking them out. And the guy's like, "Hey, I know you probably want this. Do you want this?" And I was like, "Nope." I walked away, and he was like, "What?" Anyway, well, you got that next question.
Yeah. So, what is some of your favorite content creators other than JonTron?
Other than JonTron,
I love Scott the Woz. I like Relax-A-Lax. I like Source
I
Game.
haven't heard that.
Relax-A-Lax?
Smash Brothers.
Is that how you do it?
I like Jakey. He's great.
Mhm.
I like Oni Plays as well. I loved Oni NG even back on Newgrounds, and the Let's Plays he does with his contemporaries are a lot of fun too.
Yeah.
Basically, some content creators like that. There's a handful. Oh, and I like FU Game Crew and Cameron All One Word, who are
they're technically both part of FU Game Crew at one point in time, right?
Yeah, I started watching them around the same time that the Switch took off, which was probably around the same time that they branded for that, because they did like skateboarding videos before that apparently. But yeah, Cameron's videos were always my favorite on FU Game Crew. So when he decided to embark and make his own channel, I supported him 100% all the way. But I'm still subbed to FU Game Crew now that it's just Shane, and he's still putting out good stuff, playing with the format, streaming regularly. They're good guys, good stuff.
Are you aware that there's a Scott the Woz and JonTron kind of meme long form comedy video out there?
I know that there is that the JonTron subreddit. I don't use Reddit at all, but apparently, when John went like a year without uploading, as he's prone to do, and Scott the Woz was sort of gaining traction, his subreddit decided, if JonTron doesn't upload in 12 months, then we are officially becoming the Scott the Woz subreddit. And then they did, and that gave him a lot of publicity, to the point where JonTron, he mentioned it in a video, his comeback video. He was like, "Hey, what happened here?"
Which resulted in me creating this 11-minute comedy skit all about
Comedy is loosely applied.
I think it's funny.
Well, have you seen this video?
I haven't.
Okay, I will send you a link later. But essentially, this was an 11-minute skit dedicated to that exact situation. So yeah, I won't bore you with the details. I'll send you the video later, and you can tell me this is horrible all by yourself later. Anyway, if we do a second part of Scott the Woz disease, you should be part of it. I think it'd be fun. All right, let's see here. So is there anything that we have missed about your channel or you that you would like to cover, and or anything you'd like to ask us?
What are your feelings on the Muppets?
I like Treasure Island a lot.
Me too. It's a good
That
one.
was my favorite one.
The one scene that always stuck out to me in my childhood from the Muppets was specifically the ending of one of the movies where they're all like dancing and there's like, "We are family." You know what I'm talking about? I think
that was in space.
I think it was, yeah. Space Muppets.
I don't think I've seen that one.
We are
Not one of the ones.
Yeah, I think this is it right here. Yep, that's the one. Space Celebration. That's the one scene that in my head still sticks out to me as like one of the greatest Muppet parts of any movie ever. But I just always liked the musical part of everything in the Muppets, so there was that. But it's pretty great. And we're probably going to get copyright struck for this. So this will probably be blurred out for everybody watching. But at least you know what I'm talking about.
Right. Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, I like the Muppets. They were definitely part of my childhood. I just, Kermit's always cool, and Miss Piggy and all that. And, there's been many Muppets memes passed around my family chats, so there's that. What about you? What's your feelings on the Muppets?
I love them. I love the story of how Jim Henson sort of rose to prominence and did this whole shebang and made it a phenomenon. Not a fan of pardon me. Not a fan of the direction that Disney's taken it, but that's something that I've been working on in the background that probably won't be made for like a whole year or so. As I want to do like a big video essay dissertation on the Muppets Fall from Grace. But
yeah, that'd be very interesting actually.
We'll
I would watch that. I'll do a reaction video for you. I've never done one of those before.
Disney ruined another property. What?
A shrimp reacts to a talking sock reacting to a dissertation on the Muppets. I'll animate Bill the Krill just for you, Mr. Sock.
Bill the Krill.
I've always wanted to have an animated Bill the Krill. At some point,
Yeah.
maybe we'll just maybe we could use a sock will to do Bill the Krill or a Muppet. That might be a good idea.
Negotiations behind the scenes. I could get you a Bill the Krill puppet.
Ooh, that would be amazing. All right. Well, I do want to thank you for doing this interview. I know that this is probably one of the longest videos. I don't think you've hit a half hour on any of your videos yet, have you?
I have.
Oh, you have? Did I miss that? Oh, no, you do the streams. They're like that long, right?
I do the streams. I did a Q&A when I hit 1,500 subs.
Oh, I missed that one.
A little over half an hour.
I definitely missed that
Doing
one.
another 5K soon. But yeah.
Yeah, you got the Q&A with all the... Are you going to answer all of the questions? Because I've seen a lot on there.
I disabled comments just last night. Yeah.
Gonna
A
say,
lot of questions, but I plan to get through them all. Most
There
of
you
them
go.
are the same one repeated, so you know.
let's see here. I want to find this video now. Anyways, I guess that's not really part of this video, but you've covered a lot of subjects that have been interesting to me, like the Pikmin 3 stuff and the last Wii U ports, which, you know, Xenoblade Chronicles X is obviously one of my interests on that. Let me see here. Let me ask one. Oh, the streaming. How did you end up figuring out your streaming?
It was it took a while. What I do? I initially tried to like install OBS through Linux on a Chromebook, but that did not go well. So now just occasionally, I've got a computer at home in a setup in my room. The thing is, my room is so small that I have to like, you know, set it all up at the beginning of every stream I have to do because I don't have enough space to just keep it plugged in. And I need to use either a drawing tablet or my television as a monitor for it. So there you go.
Behind the scenes, understanding how the SAC works. Now let's see here. What was the last? I thought I had one more thing. Why did you make this "I hate that guy" video?
Why did I make it?
Yeah,
Because he hates that guy.
I think you know what it was. I was experimenting with VivaCut's animation tools, like to make that character with the finger head and the human torso and the hand for a bottom half. And I was like, well, I made it and put it against a green background so I can put it anywhere. And I thought, man, I hate that guy. and so I had that black sock with big nose advertising my Patreon page, like, you know, I'll make any kind of sock you want if you donate $10 or more. And I just thought that he sort of had that air about him, like snooty upper crust. So it'd be like, oh, guy, I really hate that guy. I don't like that guy one bit. I don't. And here you go.
and then you follow that up with the "I hate that guy" response. Those are, like I said, two of the first videos I remember watching on your channel were that one and the other one, and I was like, what in the world? This is great.
It didn't get so popular, so I thought, okay, I guess it'd be funny to like hear that guy out. Like, what'd he do?
Oh man.
And that's why we don't know. We don't know what he did to deserve such hate. But they made up in a Christmas special, so that's good.
Yeah. So do you intend to continue all these characters that you've created going forward?
I'd like to imagine it's sort of like, you know, of all comparisons, Filthy Frank. How we sort of had a gazillion one-note characters that like didn't seem very significant at all. But then later on in his channel's life, he found like a good joke or like a reason, you know, in the quote-unquote continuity to just bring him back. I feel like that'll probably happen with that guy and the guy who hates him.
Like I don't know, your channel is so varied that like I can find content on any given day that is worth watching, and I really appreciate that about your channel.
Thanks. It's quite esoteric. I really don't know. I was worried at first, like if I flood my channel with all this crud, like, you know, where people are gonna subscribe and then unsubscribe, and then, you know, it's gonna be a whole thing. But it's been working out so far. You know, I've just been taking flights of fancy and seeing where they've taken me, and so far it's taken me to 5,000 subscribers in under a year. So can't complain.
Yeah, the sky is the limit for a channel growing that fast. I mean, I just
definitely.
really hope your channel continues to see that kind of growth. That's amazing.
No, thank you so much. I think you guys, you know, your channel, you know, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. I actually do think that what you guys do, when you sent me the outline for this series of episodes, I was like, wow, these guys really have it together. It's very professional.
I
You
feel
don't know us at all.
It gives off the air of professionality,
Yes.
at least from a behind the scenes standpoint. So, you know, if you guys just came to, like, if there is anyone viewing this right now who just came to watch me get interviewed, you should definitely give these guys a sub. They make some really good content.
Thank you. And if you do subscribe, thank you too, all of you people out there. And I want to give a little shout out to this guy that Mr. Talking Sock gave a shout out to, Mr. Ackerman here, because I did watch his videos and they're really good. So indirectly, here's a shout out to Ackerman.
Yeah, and I've also collaborated with Palimation on YouTube. He's got a couple hundred, but he's getting there. He does animations and gaming discussions. He's done a couple of collabs with me as well. There are a lot of like small and upcoming YouTubers that I'd love to give a shout out to. Maybe someday I will. Maybe someday I'll dedicate a whole video to it. But yeah, either way.
Yeah. Anyways, appreciate you doing the interview, and I know your
you.
arm's probably getting tired. We can take a little break between the videos. So, as always, I'm Chris.
And I'm Will.
And I am A Talking Sock. Thanks for having me.
And we will see you
Next CHRILLCast. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.